Ladies and gentlemen, so today we are finally getting around to that 6-star Guillotine level up and gameplay video, and I'm pretty damn excited because for the first 6 months of my account, Guillotine was one of my favorite characters to play. She's a very OG champion, not super old school or original, but she's been very useful for a lot of people. For the longest amount of time, she was kind of one of the primary options for Realm of Legends Wolverine, and quite a few fights that kind of had big regeneration active in, and she used to be really good, but I think there are kind of 4 factors that have made Guillotine kind of over the last 2 and a bit years significantly less desirable. And the first one is just there's been better Mystic champions after the magic buff, the introduction of Ghost Rider, Dr. Voodoo, Scarlet Witch has always been one of the Mystic MVPs as well. Just in comparison, she hasn't really been that great for a lot of people to level up. Originally in Marvel Contest of Champions, there weren't that many bleed immune characters, but now there are quite a few more, so bleed is less valuable. Health pools increasing with stuff like Act 5 meant if you didn't have a really stacked Guillotine, she wasn't as useful, because, you need to build that tempo, get the souls up. And also this year in January, we had the introduction of Void, who is significantly more powerful, can do a lot more stuff, and also has a more reliable heal reversal, whereas Guillotines you need to play quite quickly, and as anybody that has ever failed against Realm of Legends Wolverine knows, yeah, you need to be very on point in that fight. So Gillies, had a few things, just comparatively speaking, that have taken down the value of this character, but hopefully she still is very fun to play. I'm very excited to get stuck into some gameplay on this video, because she should still deal a ton of damage in quite a few matchups, and I think having the 6-star version is going to make her quite relevant in a lot of Act 5 related content. But I think kind of outside of this video, I'm not really too sure where or if I am ever going to use my Guillotine, just because specifically on this account as well, we do have a 5-star Void at rank 4, but I feel like Gilly is one of those characters that I'd love to see get a little bit of a revamp, and I think one of the places that they could start, I think the character does need quite a few things to make her significantly, more viable in the current meta and the current day, and compete with other top options, but the fact that the souls still expire seems, a very outdated mechanic that I would really like to see go, so yeah, fingers crossed for that in the future. I'd love a little bit of a Guillotine revamp, but also we have a 6-star Bishop level up and gameplay video coming shortly, and I'm so buzzing for that, man. I think Bishop is a pretty cool character, and having him at that, 6-star power level of the equivalent of a 5-star rank 4 straight off the bat is so tremendously good. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun in the Bishop one, but I have no Mystic and no Mutant ISO at the moment, which is a real pain, because in the Crystal opening, we got tons of skill champions, tons of science champions, tons of tech characters, but yeah, nobody to really, we don't need the corresponding ISO, it's just kind of Mystic and Mutant that we're after at the moment. So yeah, it's a little bit of an inefficient rank up today, but hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Let's go for another 5k rock, and there we go. That brings Guillotine up to level 25 there, so we're going to have a bit of a look at the stats and just refresh on the abilities. Again, there isn't too much to Guillotine. She's a pretty simple and straightforward character. So yeah, just in terms of her base crit and stuff, we got some alright crit rating, alright crit damage, slightly above average. Just comparatively speaking, almost 27% crit there and just over 200% crit damage. Also, for every 6% of maximum health that Guillotine removes from her opponent during combat, she feeds her Ancestral Blade and gains 1 soul. Souls expire every 10 seconds and grant Guillotine a little bit more crit damage rating per soul. Again, this is a little bit better pre 12.0 when it was based, I believe, off percentage back in the day. So yeah, that was a little bit more juicy. Another thing that kind of chipped her down a bit, and she's a little bit more armor as well, which isn't too valuable, but hey, if you get hit, why not have that? Special attack 2 is her most known thing, and that's the consume 2 souls to place a phantasm on the opponent, reversing all active healing effects for 10 seconds. So yeah, very strong, very kind of immediate heal reversal, which has been very good for fights like Realm of Legends Wolverine. But also going into Labyrinth of Legends, we used a 440 Guillotine to get X23 down as well. So she still has a place there. The thing is, just Void is a better option now when it comes to those fights. If you want just an easy, reliable character, and especially when it comes to top tier Alliance War, when when reversing regeneration is very, very important. You don't really want to gamble with the fact that your opponent might not be aggressive enough. So yeah, it tends to be not really one of the best options there. Finally, we have critical hits lacerate the opponent with a 50% chance to inflict bleed equal to just over 100% of Guillotine's base attack. I think it's like 110 or 105% over 4.5 seconds. So yeah, she's got a pretty damn nice bleed going on. So Guillotine, you know, it's really all about that damage and the heal reversal off the special too. But also when she's awakened, she gets a chance to steal health with each strike based on the amount of souls that she has, which can be quite nice. It's nothing like too insane in terms of the healing. And again, if we're drawing the comparisons between Void, like Void has that very, well, it's not super OP, but it's not kind of like a nice healing synergy with Killmonger as well. But Void is essentially like better Guillotine in terms of the design and functionality of the character. So I think we're going to dive into the MODOK chapter. We're going to bring Morningstar because that's going to double the duration of the souls, and also Magneto, Wolverine, and Cyclops just for a little bit more damage and also a little bit more crit chance as well, because she's going to get quite a bit of crit damage from her souls ramping up. But yeah, the Morningstar synergy is pretty good to have for Guillotine, and if you're bringing Morningstar around, I guess the 6-star Guillotine is a bit of a win, but we don't really play Morningstar too much on this account. But hey, if we get a 6-star one in the future, it might be a pretty good pair there. But I've chosen the MODOK chapter just because there is a very predominant regeneration path, and I want to see if we can reverse some of that healing and hey, just have a little bit of fun on it. So let's go ahead, move forward a little bit here, and I believe we are looking for the vitality path, and I forgot if this first Ultron is like fully debuff immune or not. Okay, he's just stun immune, so he still will be able to reverse his healing. And yeah, I remember Guillotine, like, back in the day for, like, stacked Ultrons was very good to bring in at certain points, but obviously she's the disadvantage in this matchup of not having, the ability to bleed Ultron. But yeah, these crits, man, striking pretty nice. However, my intercept skills aren't feeling super on point today. I don't know, we might get the occasional one. Right, let's dodge out of the way of that. And I think in terms of how quickly his health pool is going down, we should be able to fire off a special 2 at a good time to get the reversal. I think if we dodge that special 1... Right, let's go! Slap down the reversal. Self-repair. Fantastic. Let's see if we can push into the second one as well. That would be an awfully good time if we can. Oh, damn! That's a really nice fight against Ultron there. Again, Guillotine is fantastic on fights that she can kind of outpower through. Very nice Zerg champion to play. But Superior Iron Man, we have the class advantage here. I feel like this one is going to be especially tasty to try and sort out. And also, people are asking about that there's a lot of like regeneration stuff that's come up in like monthly event quests where Guillotine hasn't quite been the best for. Like, I think this month's a Mega Red is a good example, because if you bleed a Mega Red, he's going to start emitting his death field, and then you're going to take crazy damage. So yeah, it's just a bit of a unfortunate pain in the ass at the moment. Right, I'm liking this Morningstar synergy though with a stacked Guillotine, man. Right, let's put that Reap on him. And I feel like if Guillotine is maybe your first 6-star character, not too bad. Not too bad at all, lads. 33 hits there. She does hit like a stack of bricks at rank 4. I'm thoroughly enjoying this so far. Then we have Green Goblin up next, who she should be a fantastic matchup for. Again, these short bursty ones where she can overgear, man. Oh, she's a very tasty character to play. But I wish we had her, well, I don't wish we had her awakened, but it'd be nice to have her awakened as well. But I'm not overly fussed about opening a 6-star crystal just to awaken Guillotine. Much prefer a Domino or a Corvus. That would certainly be the ideal there. Let's go for a bit of Green Goblin here. Just need to get to that special 2, really. And chuck down that juicy reversal. But also that Morningstar synergy, it just gives you a lot more time, and it's like a good thing, you know, if you've been struggling on like Realm of Legends Wolverine, maybe that Morningstar synergy might be a little bit useful, because I think it also comes on the 3-star version. Right, he's got no stacks of the heal at the moment, so 5 combo, special 2. Okay, he's going to be regenerating from damage dealt now. Sorry, damage taken. And this should be quite good for rinsing him down. Oh, no, no! Right! Oh, mate. Okay, we got a little bit wrecked toward the end of that one. Not my finest hour. 42 hits. It's alright, man. She's packing a little bit of a punch. Let's go ahead, just jump over to this platform. And then we've got Deadpool and a few matchups which have always been quite good for Guillotine to deal with. So we've got Deadpool, X23 Wolverine, but we also do have a full energy refill here, which is fantastic for my account, because it means that the cost of doing this has just been covered in terms of energy, so pretty good time. Right, let's see if we can lay into Deadpool. I think he's got double rainbow, so I think he's going to have a power gain. Approximately like 30% or something like that. Sorry, 50% I think is when he triggers the power gain. So yeah, just need to be a little bit aware of that while chipping this man down. There we go. Come on. Just need to bait that out. Fire off the special 2. And then he's sentenced to death. He is just screwed. Oh, what a satisfying matchup, man. 28 hits. Not too bad at all. Let's go for a bit of X23, and then Wolverine, and then I think we'll jump into maybe a bit of Realm of Legends, and just be on Winter Soldier and see, you know, if we can leave much of a dent in him at rank 4, and see if we can get some good uptime on those souls. But yeah, I'm curious to see how that fight turns out. This just proper feels like the vintage MCOC days, and like 2 years ago, having a guillotine of this power level would have been the dream, man, the absolute dream. Right, let's go. Smack that down. Oh, that's a very nice special too. Sorted. X23 in the bin, and finally let's go for what is it? Guillotine's most infamous matchup, Wolverine. And then we're going to jump into a bit of Realm of Legends and have a bit of a play about there. Captain Marvel might be... Well, it depends if we can get Winter Soldier down. I'm actually really curious to see how many hits she can potentially take Winter Soldier down in. And whether or not the fight is going to be, like, quick enough so that she can generate souls and have a good uptime. Because they seem to be, you know, falling off pretty slow here with the Morningstar synergy. So we're getting them stacked up quite quick. But then again, they aren't adding like a huge amount of crit rating, in all fairness. So it's a little bit though. And those bonuses are certainly welcome. Damn, almost a 5k medium there in Assassin's range. But it is that glorious Assassin's mastery. Whoa, well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a beautiful run of that path with Guillotine, aside from the mess up during Green Goblin. But now, let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of Realm of Legends. So we want to go to Event Quest, and then we want to find the Realm of Legends. I'm just interested to try and open her up on Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. Because I don't know, I kind of get the feeling at this power level, she might be okay for something like Alliance War, but I feel like Void is just going to be so much better. And if there is somebody like, you know, Sentinel, for example, that has a lot of, like, crit resistance, then yeah, there are just so many more arguments for, you know, bringing Void to something like Alliance War. But I think if you had Guillotine Awakened and also, like, a Morningstar, they might be quite good characters to... what is it? Bring something like Alliance Quest. Right, I just want to stay spamming those special ones, actually. Messed up the combo a little bit there. Another special one. I think there's a chance, with the amount of damage the 6 stars deal in, that we might be able to ramp up the souls a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be a... what is it? A bit of a struggle, because it's 6% health that we need to shave off before we get 1 soul. But those bleeds, man, they are doing some pretty good work. Oh, those bleeds are so good, man. They're literally like another couple of hits if you land one of them. Crits are like triple damage. Well, the crits that bleed. Well, actually, probably significantly more than that in comparison to a non-crit. Yeah, getting a crit that bleeds is just, yeah, a ridiculous amount more damage. There we go. She's making a good dent in him so far. It looks like the kill's probably going to be around 200 hits. Yeah, not too shabby at all. I would have also loved this guillotine when I was going for Labyrinth of Legends X23. Having a 6-star version, man, gonna make that fight significantly less of a pain in the ass. Yeah, actually looks like it's probably gonna come in about 220, 240 region, I reckon. But those souls are going up. We got to 7 now. Okay, we have lost 7. She feels so fun to play, man. I just love that it just really does feel like you are slicing through the enemy. I think Guillotine is just one of those characters that has aged, just in terms of her combat and feel of the character, has aged quite nicely. She just still feels like such a badass character to play. And it's because there are so many friggin' characters in this game that have swords but don't use them, and Guillotine actually uses her sword. So that is a, you know, it's a nice little bonus to the character. Damn, right. 220 hits. Not too shabby, but we did have the Morning Star synergy there as well. And, yeah, I think, you know, my thoughts on Guillotine are still very similar to what they were at the start of the video. I think she's a very fun character to play at this power level, just because, you know, everything's kind of equivalent content for her. But she's a hard character to punch up with, and obviously she is lacking quite a bit in terms of utility in comparison to other Mystic characters that you might want to rank up, and also Void. But she's still really fun to play, man, and I think she is one of the slightly better 6-star champions to get. I don't think she's one of the top options, but I think she's kind of like in the middle. She's definitely not like down there with like Deadpool, X-Force, and Cyclops and Gamora. So she's a lot bit tastier than that. That was quite a bit of fun. You know what? Actually, screw it. We're gonna go for Captain Marvel as well. Maybe we can do Captain Marvel in under 200 hits. So I was gonna round off that video there, but I was like, you know what? We got the class advantage. I kind of feel like it. Let's swing, because with a class advantage, maybe we can get even more ramp up here. And Captain Marvel, you can play maybe a little bit more aggressively as well. So you know what? Screw it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's enjoy this glorious class advantage while we have it. I want to get 10 souls, man. 10 souls or bust. And then I'm going to have a spectacular finish with the special too. Oh no, we missed the interval getting in there. Come on, slap it down. Yes. What? How do I keep on missing the in there? Mate, I suck at this video game. Right, we got the interval there. That felt a little bit A little bit too close for comfort. I think we're on good track to get 10 souls, though. And finish this with a very mighty special, too. Right, I think maybe one more special one, and then we'll go for a SP2. Maybe one more, actually, yeah. Okay, I'll try and end this with a special 2. Come on. Oh, 202. Not too bad at all, boys. Yeah, she's fun to play, man. She's damn fun to play. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of 6-star Guillotine? Let me know in the comments section below. Aside from that, hopefully you enjoyed watching today's video. We got the Bishop one coming up shortly once I do some crystal openings next week, and we've got the ISO. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that, man, because Bishop, he's a bit of a Swiss Army knife for utility. He can do a few things. But yeah, we're going to be exploring that in a little bit more detail next week. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Again, if you did enjoy the video, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.